all from your Facebook fans. So this is all about how to turn your Facebook fans into email leads where you can actually market to them and drive revenue. So if that doesn't interest you, you might be in the wrong spot, but if it does and you want to grow your business, pay close attention. So real quick, my name's Jay. A lot of you probably think this might be Nathan, our CEO. He's actually currently in Africa. He's all over the world all the time. But quick bio about Heyo. We were founded by Nathan. You can see pictured speaking here as well, and then here in the middle of this picture. As he was still a student in college, he dropped out to start Heyo, and since then we have been featured all over some of these sites listed at the bottom here. Yahoo Finance is on there because we were funded by a Forbes billionaire, and that's a little bit about Heyo. And I've already learned a little bit about a lot of you through Twitter. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, if you do have questions throughout the webinar, go ahead and put them in the GoToWebinar questions. We've got Alex and Brooks from our team in there to help get those answered for you. So post them throughout, and we'll go ahead and get those answered. I'll also do a live Q&A at the end. So case studies, why do these work and what results might look like? So first, I'm going to ask you guys a question to get a general idea of who's live. So answer the poll on your screen. Have you launched a Facebook campaign before? So yes, you have. No, but you want to soon. Maybe you've heard all about it and what it can do for you. Or no, you don't even use Facebook. So if your answer is no, I don't use Facebook, this might not be the best use of your time. Maybe you should get going and setting up a Facebook page. So we're at about 60% of you voted. I'm going to wait till we get till 70%, and then I'll show you the results and we'll continue on. Awesome. So thanks for answering, Bobby, Brianna, Samuel, Camilla, Charlie. So it looks like it's about 50-50. So 51% of you have launched one of these before, 49% have not but want to soon. Awesome. Now, for those of you who have never launched one before, or maybe have only done a timeline contest, the type of contest we're going to be talking about today in campaigns exists as a custom tab on your Facebook page. So this is where it will exist. And obviously, people aren't just going to be going to your Facebook page looking for one of these tabs. So we're also going to cover with you today how you can promote these. So I saw somebody answer earlier, Holistic Specialist, was wondering if we were going to cover that. The answer is yes. So you'll use URLs that'll drive traffic into these tabs. So that's where they're hosted on your business page. Now we're going to jump into some case studies. So everyone go ahead and meet Milena. Milena works for a marketing firm, and she built this contest picture on the screen for Squaw Valley Ski Resort. So I'll go ahead and give you a couple seconds to look at those results in the teal and the campaign itself. So as you can see, the contest here was giving away either a pair of skis or a snowboard, winner's choice, every day for the whole duration of the Winter Games. So that's a pretty big prize. You don't have to give away something that high of value. This is just one example, and we'll go over more. So this particular contest captured 17,000 impressions, 4,500 emails, which converted at 30%. So those of you that have tried running a Facebook campaign before, you might be looking at that 30% number and thinking, wow, how did that do so good, especially with no ad spend. So I was just informed by someone on my team my screen was paused. I apologize. You should be able to see it again. So that is my fault. I forgot to unpause the screen. Awesome. So it looks like everyone can see those slides now. So let me jump back up. So I'll jump back to this real quick. So this is where that tab is going to be hosted on your Facebook business page. So that's where that will exist. And then here is that campaign that I was talking about you all couldn't see. So I'll give you another second to take that in since last time you couldn't actually see it. So as you can see, here's a nice graphic of their prize. This is what the contest looks like, and then here's a nice mobile version of that contest as well. Awesome. So 4,500 emails, 30% of the people who viewed it actually entered their email. And there's a lot of reasons why there was so much success with this campaign. And we'll cover those at part 2 of today's webinar. So next up is Paul. So Paul is a social media strategist for the Nicollet Island Inn. And as you can see from his quote here, it only took him about 30 minutes to create this campaign. And their goal was to fill more rooms in their inn. So what they did for the prize of their contest was they gave away a room which they knew was going to be vacant for Valentine's Day weekend celebration for a couple. And they put a little surprise basket in there for them as well. So people could enter this contest, and Paul's goal was to capture more email leads so they could fill more rooms. So you can see this one captured fewer emails, but the conversion rate was very successful for them. So 60% of the people who viewed this campaign actually entered in. So a little side pro tip here, run your campaigns around a holiday or an event. So whether that's Father's Day, which is coming up in just about a month, or a conference you guys are hosting, go ahead and run them around holidays or events. They seem to convert a lot higher. So there's Paul's campaign. Next is Amy. Now Amy listed in her quote up top, which you can read, her goal was to sell more of her bags. So she's a marketing manager at Mixed Bag Designs. And that was her end goal. And let me tell you, she definitely sold more bags directly from these emails. And later in the webinar, I'm going to show you the best strategies for converting those email leads into customers. So you can see her campaign here captured 582 emails and about 1,800 impressions. So these are just some general ideas of contests you can run. Get your brain thinking about different prizes you can give away. So here's another example. Obviously, this is another larger prize. We'll go ahead and let that play through. So you can see they were giving away the 3-piece stainless steel kitchen set. They got about 19,000 impressions, 6,500 emails, and converted about 35% of the viewers into leads. So great results for them as well. Next up is the Gurin Brother Hat Company. So their contest, this is another bonus pro tip I'm going to give you guys here today. Their contest was the winner actually would get the next hat in their line of hats named after the winner. So this is a very popular company out in San Francisco, California, and the winner got the hat named after them. And there was also 5 additional prizes of free hats for other entrants. So you can see the conversion rate on this one was extremely high, and that's largely because another good tactic for contests is actually giving some ownership of your brand to your fans and customers. So this is one example of that. I'm going to show you another example with my next slide. So they're allowing somebody to get a hat named after them, and that hat will be named, say, let's see, Bill, who signed on today. That would be the Bill for the rest of that hat's existence with the Gurin brothers. Pretty cool. They captured 8,400 emails. Here's one more sweepstakes campaign before I jump into some other examples. This is the I Heart Camping Facebook page. They captured 5,300 impressions and 2,400 emails, converting about 60% of the viewers into leads. And here's the other example I was referencing with giving some ownership to your fans and customers. So this might be harder for you to figure out how to make it work for your business, but there's always ways to make it happen. So this particular contest was a photo contest for a beer company, and what this contest was based upon was having the next beer that they were releasing, having the label you design actually being on that new beer. So they asked their fans, graphic designers or not, to create a label for the beer. They told them the name and the type of beer it was, and they were to create a graphic for the label of that beer, and then the winner, so whoever got the most votes, would actually get that on the beer. So this is another way to get great user-created content. So people are actually submitting designs, getting more interactive with your brand, and it drove some great results for them. So you can see how many votes a lot of those different ones had. And obviously people aren't going to be coming in and voting for everyone. They're going to be coming to vote for their friends. So that's a lot of unique views to this page. In addition to photo contests, there are refer a friend contests that you can run. This is a great tool for bringing in new traffic to your page. So people are going to share the link into this contest to drive traffic back to the contest to help get them points towards winning whatever the prize might be. So once again, you can see a lot of unique views coming into this page. Now number 2, this is where you're really going to want to take notes. So that first set of slides there was to show you some ideas of type of contests you can run. This is where you're going to want to take notes to ensure you're going to have success with those campaigns. So here are the 6 pieces that every Facebook contest needs to succeed. Plus, I'm going to give you 3 additional steps to turn those leads into paying customers. Now there's a lot more planning that goes into this than you would probably think, but I'm going to go ahead and list those things out for you today so that you can have success with your next campaign or your very first campaign. So first up is having a strong incentive for your contest. So as you can see on the right, do not use something like an iPad, an Amazon gift card. Yes, you'll get tons and tons of email leads from that because who doesn't want those prizes? But how smart of leads are those going to be for your business? So like I said, everyone's going to want an iPad or an Amazon gift card. Pick a prize or an incentive that aligns emotionally with your fans. So whether that's your product or service itself, some companies like giving those things away, or something complementary to your product or service. So we like to say, if you're a hamburger company, give away something like the ketchup or the cheese or the bun. Something that ties into your brand but maybe isn't your product or service. So this is going to make sure that those leads you get are kind of pre-qualified for your business, so you know those are actually people that you could maybe get as customers. So maybe picking a prize that ties in with your demographics. So say you target women who are 40 to 45 and active, with fitness. So they run a lot or they go to the gym. Think about prizes that would make sense for those people, even if it's not exactly your product or service. So number 1 of those 6, having a strong incentive. So that'll help make sure you're actually going to get sales from those leads and convert a good percent of them. Number 2, creating urgency. So your campaign will not convert if you don't encourage them to take action then and there. Now all of you, it looks like we're on Facebook based on my poll question. So you know how many distractions there are on Facebook, whether it's an ad on the side, a notification that you get, an email, whatever. There are lots of things that can drive you away from a campaign when you're on Facebook. So having that countdown there is going to help ensure that they're entering the contest then and there. They're not going to think, oh, I can come back to this later and then forget about it. This encourages them to act now. Now, based on our testing, we've helped run over 250,000 of these contests. It's best to have 7 days or less left on the countdown. 7 days or less. Now that'll help create enough urgency, and it'll also help this contest share out. And I'll explain what I mean by that in a couple more steps. So 7 days or less. Awesome. Number 3, making it easy to enter. So don't be vague. Tell them exactly how they win by featuring that email opt-in in the first step of the contest. Now, your end goal for running a contest like this should probably be to collect email leads. And the reason why those are so important is because, yes, you might have fans on Facebook, you want to build your fan count, but you can't actually connect with people on Facebook who are just your fans. That's against Facebook's terms of service. So you want to turn those fans on Facebook into email leads. So yes, it's obviously great to build your brand, get a lot of likes on your page, but being able to turn those into email leads is why this enter email is number 1. Now, a bonus is you can easily integrate these campaigns with a lot of different email marketing platforms. So go ahead in the GoToWebinar questions, let me know what email marketing platforms you're using. Now, we're already integrated with a lot of them, but I'm curious to see what ones you all are using so I can see maybe which ones we should integrate with next, or just curious what ones people are using. So if you're not on an email marketing platform, I can help give you some suggestions based on what people are already on. So let me look over here. So we got Aweber, MailChimp, HubSpot, Aweber, MailChimp, GetResponse, Constant Contact. Wow, so I'm seeing a lot of MailChimp, Constant Contact, Aweber, few HubSpots. Great, so we're integrated with a ton of those. The ones we aren't integrated with yet, I'll definitely take note of that. So those of you who aren't on a platform yet, those are some of the popular ones that a lot of other small businesses seem to be using. Awesome. So number 3, make it easy to enter. Number 4, let your fans market for you, so you don't have to use money on ads or boosted posts on Facebook. So every Facebook campaign should make it easy for your fans to market it to their networks for you. So that's why steps 2 through 4 on this template here are clicking to like your Facebook page. That will occasionally show up in other people's news feeds. Clicking to share to Facebook, and clicking to tweet to Twitter. So this is just to help you get the contest marketed for you without having to spend money on ads. Now, as I mentioned with step 2, creating urgency, the 7 days or less is also set at 7 days so that these share features have a chance to actually go out and bring people back into the contest. Now, Facebook algorithms are set up so stuff appears in the newsfeed more often if multiple people have shared it. So that's why that 7 days, in addition to creating urgency, is also a prime number to use because of the fact that it'll allow these share features to work better for you. So number 4, let your fans market for you. You don't want to have to spend money on ads on Facebook or boosted posts, so allow them to do it for you. Awesome. Number 5, brand trust. So there are a lot of little things that you probably wouldn't even think of that are actually pretty important. So as many times as you can connect with your fans, your customers, and get them more engaged with your brand, the better. So featuring your brand logo in the top left here, it's the first place eyes typically look on a template. So getting that in the back of their head, and then also having your brand voice shining through in the bottom right here. So those of you who are in charge of your social media marketing, you know you typically write those tweets a certain way, you make those Facebook posts a certain way, you even use your email marketing with the same voice. This is another place you can highlight that, where you're either describing the prize, telling them how they can win, they have to be in a certain area, a certain age. All those details can be included in the bottom right and really highlight your brand, voice, and personality. So that's number 5. Now, number 6, I like to make you guess. Now, we have a lot of paying customers on here who just want more information. Some of you may already know this answer, so I'm not going to read it if you get it correct. But number 6, what do you guys think number 6 is? What do you think number 6 is? Promotion. Not seen it come through yet. Ask for the sale, consistency, make the offer obvious, good image. Nope. So I'm going to give you guys a statistic that'll help you. Yep, we got one person answered it. Josh. I'm going to go ahead and give you a statistic to see if the rest of you can get it. So statistic is 48% of people using Facebook are only going on from their mobile phones. So not once do they go on from a laptop, desktop, or tablet. It's only their mobile phones. So yeah, it looks like a lot of you have already getting it now. Mobile friendly, mobile optimized, awesome. Yeah, so number 6, mobile is a must. So as I just said, it's about 50% of people only go on Facebook from their mobile phones. So you're cutting your likelihood of success in half if you don't have a mobile version. Now, this also is true, obviously not the same percentages, but for your website as well. So everyone's always on their mobile phones these days. Make sure you have mobile responsive everything. Awesome. And one other quick little statistic about this. Enabling an easy way for users to opt in via mobile will spike the conversion rate by at least 15%. So that's that number we were talking about earlier where it's the number of leads you actually collect divided by the number of views. So a lot of people that have already run contests probably see numbers between 10 and 20% of people converting. So spiking that conversion rate around at least 15% is huge. That's a lot more leads for your business to turn into customers. So those are those 6 steps. Now I'm going to give you those 3 emails that you need to include to make sure to have success and get paying customers from a contest like this. So all of you signed in, Bittersweet Designs, Gary Atkin, Caitlin J, Izana, everybody signed in. This is where you really need to pay close attention because a lot of these details are small but are extremely, extremely important. So we're going to use Solo Stove's email campaign as an example. So they set up these 3 emails perfectly. So first is having an autoresponder set up so as soon as somebody enters, they're being thanked. So that's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. The next part of this email is saying that you're going to announce the winner on whatever date it is, so to be sure to watch your inbox to see if you've won. Now, that doesn't seem like that huge of a sentence, but if you think about it, in the back of their brain, they're thinking, oh, I need to open the next email to see if I won. So that's how you're going to get them to open that next email from you. And then the last part of this email was just providing them with some content, something of value. So linking them into an article of why their stoves work so well. So a very easy email, but a couple little things to make them think and open that next email. And then that article is just bringing them deeper into the brand. So the next email, I'm going to give a little time for people to write some notes down. The next email is that email you just told them about. So the winning announcement. So this email is shortly after the contest countdown ends, and here's what it should communicate to them. So let them know the contest ended and the winner has already been contacted. Letting them know, obviously, they didn't win, but here's another sentence, very important, just like that last email. They're going to have several more contests and giveaways, so to check the emails and follow them on social media. So asking for the follow, asking for the like on Facebook, and having them check their email. So that way they're actually going to open up your emails, because they're going to be giving away some great prizes. And then lastly, here's where you actually get the sales and the revenue from a campaign like this and the email follow-ups. So as a token of appreciation for your entry, enjoy 10% off your next purchase, or however much you want. So maybe that's 25%, 30%, 50% off, whatever you think makes the most sense for your business, and give them that promo code to check out. And just like that contest created urgency, you want to create urgency with this promo code as well, so traffic is actually driven right to your site and people can purchase. So provide urgency on this as well. And then the third and last email that I mentioned I would share with you all today is that following up email, letting them know that there's another contest. So you told them you're going to be sending them more email, go ahead and do it. So they expect to hear from you, and hopefully this can help drive you some revenue. So you're going to link them right into the contest. You can link them right to buying a stove if they haven't done it yet. And you're notifying them of the prize for this next contest. So once again, let me jump back and show you these. So the thank you email, sending the winning announcement with the promo code to actually get sales, you're fresh in their mind right then, and then the follow-up, notifying that there's another contest running. So number 3, would you guys like to see how you can build one of these campaigns very easily? I promise it'll take about 5 minutes, maybe even less, for me to build a full campaign like that. So if you want me to show you, go ahead and type show me. If not, I'll just skip to some Q&A. Oh, yep, it's blown up. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up our dashboard. Getting some funny comments over here. Awesome. So I'm going to pull up the Heyo dashboard to show you how easy something like this is. Now, some of you may have not run one of these before because you thought it'd be too hard, too complicated. Well, we focused on making this as simple of a process for you as possible. So here's the dashboard when you're logging in. All you need to do is click this giant orange Create a Campaign button. And there's tons of different things you can do with Heyo, but today we're focused on running a social contest, because that's how you can get some immediate revenue for your business. And we're going to choose the Sweepstakes template. So as you can see, there are some other contest templates. The Sweepstakes one drives the best results because it's the easiest for them to enter, and it's super easy for you to set up as well. So save and start editing, and then here you are to edit. So it's very straightforward. So step-by-step walkthrough, you just have to click on these 6 different tabs here to edit, or as you can see, it's highlighting everything in a gray when it's a feature that you can edit. So you could even click over here on the different features and edit it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the tabs. So header image is just uploading your branding from your computer. So if you have that file saved on your computer, you just click upload, or you can go pull it from the internet. So maybe you have your logo on your website, you just want to go copy the image URL, paste it in, you can do that as well. So that's an easy one. Done. Contest end date. Who remembers how much time to put on that countdown? So go ahead and let me know in the GoToWebinar questions. Awesome. Yep, everyone knows it. So 7 days or less. 7 days or less. So I'm actually not going to launch this until Saturday. So I'm going to leave it as is, so it'll be 7 days when I launch it. Next is the sign up form. So you can integrate with a lot of different email marketing platforms, or if yours isn't one we integrate with yet, you can use this downloadable CSV. So that'll upload into every email marketing platform there is. So you can just upload that directly to your platform. If you want, you can edit the fields. So if you want to add name, phone number, you definitely can. However, another little pro tip for you, leave it at just collecting emails. Now, some of you may think, oh, but I always like to personalize my emails. You'll get a lot more emails and entrants with the least amount of information you collect. So leaving it at just the email address will ensure you're going to get better results. So I'm going to leave it just like that. Next is the share settings. So this is how you're going to get that free marketing into your campaign. So first is simply plugging in your Facebook fan page URL. So you'll just go to Facebook, copy that. So Bittersweet Designs, if this was you, you would facebook.com/Bittersweet Designs, I'm assuming, or whatever your business is, you just paste that in. Next is the link to share/tweet. So pay attention to this note here. Leaving it blank will default to the URL for this campaign. So that's what you're going to want to do. And if you're confused about what that means, basically when somebody clicks to share, say Paul enters your contest, he clicks to share on Facebook, clicks to tweet on Twitter. When he's clicking those buttons, it'll have a pre-populated share and tweet for him. And leaving this blank here will automatically fill it with the URL into this campaign. So you don't have to go find it or anything. It'll just automatically fill it in for you. And then as I mentioned, it's a pre-populated share and tweet. So here's what you can here's where you can edit that text. So maybe it's, I just entered to win a free bike tire repair from, then you can mention your Twitter handle since this will be populating to Twitter. So from Heyo, click here to enter, and then it'll automatically put that URL in for you. So that step is done. Next, the contest image. So this big hero image showcasing the prize. So that's something you'll probably want to edit, feature an image of whatever your prize might be, maybe even put some small text on there as well, so in addition to seeing it, people can read. So you'll upload that directly from your computer. So that's something you'll have to create. And then lastly, the contest description. So another little pro tip I'm going to give you here. So in addition to seeing these numbered steps, to get them to walk through these features here, in this text field, you can say, follow the steps to the left for your chance to win the free bike tire repair. And then you can put any other details about the contest here, rules, regulations, anything like that. You can add those details in below. You can edit the font type, the size, the color, bold, underline, whatever. You can even put a link in there, so if you want to drive them to your website directly from here, you can do that as well. And that's it. So as I mentioned, it takes under 5 minutes. There you have it. Obviously, you'd have to probably create one graphic, seeing as you probably have this one already. So add in the time for creating a graphic, and that's how easy it really is. So we've taken away the pain. You don't have to know a single line of code. And then save and preview. Now, as you all remembered, there's that statistic I showed you about people being on mobile devices for Facebook. Now, how many of you would want to hire somebody from Odesk to create a mobile version of this campaign? Yeah, I didn't think so. Probably nobody. So let me click one button to show you how to get this mobile friendly. Pay attention, it'll take less than a second. There it is. So we already created the mobile version for you. So as you can see, it resizes, restacks everything to fit the mobile screen. And they can still interact with this the same way. So this isn't just for iPhones as we have demonstrated here. That's for any device. So it'll be responsive to fit the screen. So whether they're on a tablet, a Droid, whatever. It'll format to fit their screen. So all you need to do is click this publish button. It'll take a couple seconds. You pick your Facebook page. It'll take a couple more seconds, and then it'll give you that URL I mentioned that you're going to use to promote this campaign. Now, what we've done with Heyo is we publish it to 3 avenues for you. So one, directly on that tab on Facebook, like I showed you at the beginning. 2, that mobile version. So if they're on a mobile phone, it'll be optimized for their viewing. And lastly, to web. Now, some people think, why do you have a standalone web page version? Well, that's if Paul enters, clicks to share on Twitter, one of his followers, Gary, sees it. Gary wants to enter the contest, but he doesn't have a Facebook. It'll drive him that standalone web version. That way you're ensured to not lose any of those leads. So here's your smart URL. And the smart URL basically means it has the ability to think, know what type of device they're on, if they have a Facebook or not, and it'll drive them to the right version. So you don't have to do any coding, any developing, any of that stuff. This is ready for you to go. So there's that URL. You'll promote this as a Facebook status, send it out on Twitter, put it on your website behind an image maybe, send it to your email list. Now wait, I said email list, but you're trying to collect new email leads. Why does that make sense? Well, like I just said earlier, have your existing fans market it for you to reach new fans. So yes, you might already have their email if they're on your email list, but market it to them anyway. That way they can walk through those share features and bring in new people into your audience. So there's the smart URL. That's how you're going to promote this campaign across any avenue you can. So anywhere you can put a URL, put it. So that's it. That's how easy it really is to create one of these. So there's the demo. And now I have another quick question for you all. So how does it get the free traffic? You just saw that, but here's a little graphic to demonstrate it for you. So as I mentioned, Paul's going to enter your contest. He has maybe 5 of his friends or followers that come to enter. And then you can see it's the multiplier effect. So it just keeps going. It kind of has that viral effect to it. So that's how you don't have to spend money on ads. And that's why those conversion rates I showed you earlier were so high. We've done a lot of research behind this, and that's why we know what works well. Now, you may be asking, my industry is not a normal one. Can this still work for me? Absolutely. We've seen all kinds of people use Heyo. The most interesting one I've seen was probably a guy who was selling buffalo meat. I think he was in North Carolina, and he used a Heyo campaign to help extend his list and get more customers. So here are some other examples. A golf club. So as you can see, this one captured a lot less emails, but if they converted 2% of those email leads, so 1 of those email leads, it was already worth running this whole campaign for them because they know the lifetime value of 1 of their customers. A knitting company, they literally sell yarn. Knitpicks does a great job with their marketing, and you can see on their results on the right-hand side, they converted 64% of the viewers into email leads. So over 3,000 emails for them. Mantra Band, bracelet company, 53% conversion rate, 1,500 emails captured. So you're not technical. You're not Heyo. You're not technical. Will Heyo work for you? Absolutely. I just showed you how easy it was. That's actually the process. I didn't show any shortcuts or skip any steps. That was the full process of publishing a campaign through the platform. Amy from earlier didn't know a single line of code, launched one, and sold a ton more bags for her company. Who wouldn't be excited about 500 emails into their email list? Think about the potential customers you can get from that. So far, here's what you've learned. I showed you the 6 case studies that captured over 7,000 emails and actually drove revenue for those businesses. Then I covered the 6 pieces every Facebook contest needs to succeed. And then I showed you those 3 bonus tips of those emails that you should send out to actually get paying customers. And lastly, I showed you how easy it was to actually build a contest like this using the Heyo platform. So in a second here, we're going to jump into live Q&A, but first, yes or no. So on these webinars, I love making sure you're learning, and my goal is to teach you at least 2 things that you didn't already know. So yes or no, let me know if there was 2 things that you learned in the GoToWebinar questions about how you can have success with a Facebook campaign to actually build your email list and get some revenue. Awesome. And if the answer is no, actually tell me, let me know, and I'll actually reach out to you because I want to learn what I can do better to make sure that you guys are learning. That's why we host these webinars. Awesome. Terrific. So I can skip right over to Q&A, or if you're interested in pricing for Heyo, type buy and I'll jump into that first before we jump into Q&A. So I already saw some people asking about pricing. Go ahead and type buy if you're interested. And I actually have a special set of bonuses for you guys for attending today. So go ahead and type buy. Let me jump back over here, see if I get a couple. Awesome. We already have we have a ton of paying customers sign in just to learn more. So Catherine, Bruce, Mike, thanks. Oh, there's a lot more of you too. Thank you all for already signing on. Awesome. So there are a lot of buys. Angeline, thank you as well. Awesome. So we're going to jump into pricing real quick, and then we'll go into live Q&A. So here's what's included with every Heyo package. As I mentioned, I have special bonuses for you live today, but here are what you already get with a Heyo package. So you can launch a campaign every other week. You have access to all of our templates, whether that's the different contest templates, the integrations with other social medias for your Facebook page. You get all the templates included in the standard package. You get direct integration with the email marketing platforms, so you can help double your list using those auto-respond strategies. You already get the mobile version of your campaign, and you don't have to pay a freelance developer or designer for any of that work. You won't need to worry about Facebook shutting you down or other legal worries because we've already paid our lawyers to ensure we have the proper literature at the bottom of those contests that Facebook requires. And lastly, you get the super responsive customer support. So those of you who have been asking questions throughout the webinar, I'm sure you've seen how great Alex and Brooks are, and they're just a small part of the team here at Heyo. Now, for signing in live today, I mentioned we do have some bonuses. So if you buy live on the webinar today, here's what you'll get in addition. So first, we'll actually feature your fan page and business in a blog post. We'll take the time, get to know your business, write an article, and post it directly to our blog, which gets hundreds of thousands of unique views every single month. So that's a great way to get traffic to your page. Next, I'll actually jump on the phone and have a personal one-on-one strategy call with you for either agencies or small businesses to ensure you have the proper setup for your contest. So making sure you thought about the prize, thought about those email leads, thought about everything that goes into one of these contests. I'm going to make sure that you're getting it right to have terrific results. Next, we'll give you a white paper about 11 high converting ideas that you can copy as an incentive or prize for your campaign. So as I mentioned, picking the right prize is super, super important. And this will absolutely help you nail it and hit it home. This one is terrific. You'll get access to our Facebook mastermind group, which is invite only, and you won't be able to get access to this any other way. We have some of the top marketing minds in the world in there. Jeff Bullis, Kim Garf, Sue Zimmerman, our very own CEO, Nathan Lacka, actually personally curates this, and he spends time in there every day ensuring that you guys are getting the help you need. We'll also send you a PDF of this information-packed slide deck and a replay to this webinar. We'll give you a free ebook, 10 Facebook contests that capture 10,000 emails, as another way that you can learn some best practices and feed off of the creativity they had. and we'll give you a 35-minute video course on how to double your email list. So one of the top executives from AWeber is actually pictured there with our CEO, Nathan, and they taught this course on Creative Live, and we'll give you that video of how to double your email list for free. So all of those bonuses are included with the one Heyo package. So there they are, and here is what the whole package would look like. So one time for the entire year, pretty unreal, heyo.com/deal is where you can claim that package. So if you go over to heyo.com/deal, that's where you can claim all those bonuses, and that's only today while you're live on the webinar. So I'll let you guys go ahead over there and claim those bonuses. While that's going on, I'm going to go ahead and answer some questions live. So if you have a question that you haven't gotten answered yet, or just thought of a new question, go ahead and put them into the GoToWebinar questions, and I'll go ahead and answer some of those live while people are over checking out. Now, while those questions are coming in, let me mention there also is a 100% 30-day risk-free money-back guarantee, no questions asked. So you can purchase this, run a contest easily within 30 days. If it doesn't work for you, or you decide you don't want to do it, we'll give you your full $300 back. You still get to keep those $480 worth of bonuses. So this is an absolute steal. Now, we've got a proven method. As I mentioned, we've run over 250,000 of these contests. Here's actually a screenshot from my inbox. Every morning at about 8:11 a.m., I get an email that shows us live campaigns and the results, so we can reach out to people, look at their campaign, if we have any suggestions to help them further improve. And you can see those conversion rates are all extremely healthy, 20% all the way up to 71% on there, and a lot of varying email results as well. But all of those numbers are something that any business would probably want. So heyo.com/deal to claim the bonuses, and I'm going to go ahead and look for some questions. So let me go in here and look at what questions. So somebody just asked, does Facebook charge an additional amount for you to post a contest to Facebook? And if so, how much is that, or what is an average amount? So the answer to that is no. Facebook doesn't charge additional fees for you to post one of these. Mark had a question. Mark, I will call you later. So yeah, Jay will give you a call later. Darren will absolutely send those to you. Awesome. So a lot of people are asking great questions. So there isn't a per campaign charge that we have. If you're interested in agency plans, so it looks like we've got a couple agencies in there. Alex and Brooks will put my email in the questions for you, so you can email me directly about agency plans. We only do have this annual option for the small business plan, so obviously you can charge your clients per campaign, but I'll discuss agency pricing with you. I'd be happy to do it. So we have some people asking about, does it matter if your business has a Twitter or not with running one of these campaigns? Absolutely not. So the reason that Twitter button is on there is for people that do have Twitter. So even if someone's entering, they don't have Twitter, they can still enter. That's just an additional avenue for people to market this contest for you. So that's just another way people can market it for you. Let me see what other questions we have. Someone's asking about agency plans again. So yes, this one is for one business page. If you want to publish to more, so you're an agency running these, like I said, Alex or Brooks will go ahead and give you my email, and I'd be happy to discuss how that would work for you. Yep, so a lot of people are typing out agencies. Don't worry, Brooks and Alex will put my email in there for you all. And while I'm going through answering these questions, I actually just realized we're having a lot more people sign up for this than I thought would sign up. So I'm going to have to limit these bonuses to the next, we'll do 5 more. So only 5 more people can get these bonuses. It takes quite some time for me to jump on the phone and have these strategy calls, as well as our writing team to actually write those blog posts. So only 5 more people, heyo.com/deal to claim those bonuses and the Heyo package. So $300 for the entire year, and you're getting a $480 value free with those bonuses. So heyo.com/deal, we only have 5 more of those available. So 4 more of those available. Let me see. So we have people asking about picking the winner for your contest. So let me pull Heyo back over here. Let's see which of these contests has an entrance. Yep, so when you run your contest, so say this was your contest, obviously I have a lot in here from building demos, but when you run your contest and you want to pick a winner, you can just click this pick a winner feature. So this one says there are no entries, but it'll automatically pull a person from the entrant pool randomly for you and provide their email and when they actually enter the contest for you. So that's how you can figure out who to make win. Let's see if I can. Al. Okay, so it looks like I only have one of these bonuses left. So there is only one bonus package left. So for the next person that goes to heyo.com/deal, you will claim that last set of bonuses, including that strategy call, which is extremely valuable, and the blog post. So those are the reasons we have to limit it, because those do take a lot of our time. So one bonus left. So we have some people asking about the follow-up emails. So those are set up with the email marketing platform that you set up with your campaign. So you can have those set up ahead of time. I definitely recommend being as prepared as possible. So you can set up those emails ahead of time, absolutely. So I'm actually going to go ahead. Josh, yes, it looks like you got in on the bonuses. I'm going to go ahead and try and pull live somebody that just purchased to ask what they learned and thought was most valuable today. So let me see. We can get live. So somebody that just signed up, I'm going to try and unmute you. So if you just signed up and have your mic connected, go ahead and let me know. I'm going to try and unmute one of the many of you to talk to you a little bit about what you learned and thought was most valuable today. All right, so Kelly, I'm going to see if you have your mic connected. Oh, it doesn't look like you do. Well, welcome to the Heyo family anyway, Kelly. Thanks for signing up. It looks like that last bonus has been claimed. So those of you who are still on the checkout page, typing in those numbers, I will honor those, but I am going to have to cut these off at the end of the webinar because of the time it takes. So if you are at the checkout process now, I will go ahead and honor those bonuses for you, but I am definitely going to have to cut them off to ensure we have enough time to adequately write those blog posts and get on the phone and have those strategy calls with you. So if you're finishing up, don't worry, I will include those in your package. I'm not going to cut them out for you, but I am going to have to end them here with the webinar. So keep asking questions. I'd love to get those answered for you. Paolo, thanks for joining in so many webinars and seeing that. So go ahead, if we haven't answered your question yet, and post it again. That way I can make sure to get those all answered. It's hard to look back up through the feed sometimes. Sorry, I'm just answering a message on the chat here to Paolo. Awesome. So as I mentioned, if you're signing up, we will honor those bonuses. And feel free to ask any other questions you have. It looks like we've gotten most of those questions answered. And that's all the content I have for you here today. So those bonuses will be available until I exit out of the webinar here in about 10 minutes. I'm going to stay with it open for about 10 minutes longer, answer questions in the chat. So go ahead and keep posting those. If you had to run and go get your credit card, you got lucky. We'll honor them through me exiting out of the webinar. I'm going to go muted here in about 30 seconds. So go ahead and post the questions in the chat there. Alex, Brooks, and I will be answering them in the chat room. And we will get those bonuses sent out to you shortly. It'll take a while for the video to render here, so be patient. They'll come to you, I promise. And let us know if you have any questions. We're happy to help. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye.